Hey guys, this is Jeff Conti, your YouTube knife mentor. I want to do a video about why I make knives, and I know it's different for different people. So I'm not telling you you should make knives or anything. I'm just going to share with you why I do it. And this is really, when I was writing this out, became a far more personal issue than I thought it would. I'm still having my coffee this morning, so hope you can follow along with me while I sip along. Unlike, it's not very manly to share our feelings, and I get that. But there are some definite feelings that come along with making knives. And you know what? What kind of mentor would I be if I just wasn't open and honest with you? And for me, they're not just surface feelings. These are deep feelings that I have when I make a knife. So I do get a sense of independence from needing other people. When I can build something that I need for myself and I don't have to have somebody else buy it, that I buy it from, I get a sense of independence. You know, if I reload ammunition or if I, kill my own deer or things like that, there's a deep sense of independence that I have a feeling that I feel, and I enjoy that. So I feel independent. I also feel interdependent with my God. I'm a man of faith, and my God and I, we don't get along too good sometimes because I'm a knucklehead. But when I'm doing knife making, my relationship with my God is really improved quite a bit because I spend time with Him and I spend time doing something that I really enjoy. So there's I do feel interdependent with my God. I have a sense of peace, confidence, usefulness, joy. There's probably more, but there's, I've been in some rough patches and some rough places, and probably some of you have too. And so when you're by yourself out in your shop, you may or may not have music playing. I usually do, but sometimes I don't. And I don't know. There's nobody else there. There's just me and my tools and my designs and my build and what I'm enjoying. And so I really gain a sense of peace and quiet, which I really enjoy. I enjoy feeling useful. That's one of those things that sometimes as you get a little older, and I'm pushing on to 60 here in a couple of years, so it's one of those things. You get a little older and you're not as able as you used to be. You're not quite as smart or quite as energetic, or anyway. So I also have a feeling of accomplishment when I get one done. I have a couple of knives here that are almost done. As you can see, I still have the surface finish from the kiln to do. But it's a sense of accomplishment when you get some of these knives done and really enjoy the process. But that sense of accomplishment is really neat. There are some big rewards, so this is different from my feelings, of course. So now I get to be a little bit more masculine. Because when I'm creating something, and I get finished with it, there's a big reward because I now have a functional and beautiful tool. Now, I do have a little saying that I stick to, and that is that form follows function. So when I'm designing a knife, form is important. I want something that's beautiful. But the truth is, if it's beautiful and it doesn't work, I'm not happy. I don't care how pretty it is. I've seen a lot of those knives out there, those art knives, and you know what? I wouldn't have one. I wouldn't make one. So that's me, okay? Form follows function. Function is more important. If it doesn't work, I don't want it. So I get to enjoy a functional and beautiful tool. Also, I get to co-own my creation. No one did this for me. No one did this that I bought it from, whatever. I did this with my God. He and I did this together, and that's a real reward for me. I get to learn and develop myself. especially as you get older, it's really important that we continue to develop ourselves, learn new things. Our brains get a little bit mushier and a little bit slower and things, so learning actually helps to extend our brain's ability to function and to stay relevant. So I really enjoy that. I get to see and hear my clients' pleasure. That's probably one of the big things, more so if I'm giving the knife as a gift, but certainly if somebody bought a knife from me, they gave me their hard-earned money, and then they received the knife. And the most rewarding comments I hear usually have to do with, man, I can't believe all the detail in this knife, and there's just lots of little things that go into creating a blade. And boy, it's really enjoyable when a customer gets to receive their knife. So also I build relationships with others who share a passion for this tool and this craft. I really enjoy shooting and hunting and all these other things, but knife making has been a part of my life since I was 16 years old. So, I've gone over 40 years now making knives. I've certainly been using them longer, but so other people that have a similar passion for this tool and this craft, even whether they are a maker themselves or not, doesn't matter. But they certainly have a passion, and it's really neat to be able to connect with somebody like that. Lastly are the options in knife making. Now, sometimes you sit down with a pad and paper, and you're an artist and you draw, and I agree that your options are unlimited in that, what you can draw and how you draw it and things like that. But with knife making, there's so much more, at least from my perspective. Okay, if you're an artist out there and you use, I agree, your options are unlimited too. I'm just not familiar with them, okay? But for knife making, boy, after 40 years, I still can't believe how much I don't know. Well, to date, I still have yet to build a folding knife. So there's a lot to learn, a lot to do. But there's an unlimited amount of products and materials and supplies, from different woods and man-made products and different steels. And of course, there's always somebody coming up with a new super steel and all that crap. I say crap because I just stick to basic steels that I know and that I enjoy. I'm not a researcher. Some guys really want to research a lot of different and try different things, and they test them and blah. That's not me. So I really enjoy but that is still more options, right? That's what I'm talking about. There's lots of design. Of course, the designs are unlimited. I mean, that's just your creativity. Opportunities, everything from building a business to making things for charities and giving gifts to people and making money that I can use to buy more tools and, things like that. Also, the people that I connect with, they're enthusiasts and customers and other makers. And one of the things that I've been enjoying over the years is mentees, and that's why I started this channel is, to try to connect with some of you guys out there who want to learn how to build a knife, and I just want to help you out. Truly, that's the only reason. That's why I don't monetize my videos. I really enjoy the charities. There's a lot of them out there. I'm sure there's so many charities that'll accept your knives. I don't know of any that wouldn't accept your knife, but I'm sure there's probably some out there. But anyway, I'll better move this up a little bit. But but there's lots of folks out there that, good places to you give a knife to, and they do a raffle or a giveaway or an auction or whatever. But it's really neat. There's lots of places out there for me to help out a little bit with something that I do. Also, I really enjoy tools. There's so many ways to build a knife and so many different, if you want, you can use a CNC machine. It's a tool, right? That's not my thing. I don't like that, but there's still lots of tools out there. Milling machines, lathes, drills, files. Oh man, I just got into some new files the other day. Well, it's been since last fall probably, but anyway, these are handmade files that are actually rasps that I use to form my my wooden handles, and I used them on these, and boy, did they cut smooth and clean and fast, and it was just a joy to be able to use these new files. I really enjoyed them, and they really helped. I think they really helped to increase my ability to make my lines a little more defined and a little bit better. So I just am really grateful for tools. I just enjoy it a lot. But the options are unlimited, right? And of course, methods and skills. Man, you know, everything from my first knife that I built on an old 6-inch by 48-inch belt sander, wood belt sander, and I've built knives just by using a file. You know, the file to actually form the grind line instead of using a grinder or a sander. There's just so many methods and skills out there. One skill I haven't mastered yet that I'm still working on, I'm going to keep working on, is the bolster, soldering bolsters. So, you know, just because I've been doing this for 40 years doesn't mean I know everything. I don't. That's just the facts. And that's part of why I like this skill. This hobby slash business slash, you know, I don't know what you want to call it, but it doesn't matter. So this is why I make knives. I wanted to share that with you. I hope it's useful to you. I better have a drink of coffee here. Hang on. Dark Italian roast. That's right. And nice and heavy too. Oh yeah, it's good. Bottom of the barrel stuff. Anyway, so I wanted to share this with you. Hopefully, it'll... you might find some reasons in here that you make knives, and sometimes you connect with your reasons why you do something. You know, it encourages you to keep doing it, especially. So if you're having trouble making a knife, or even just having trouble getting started, you know, kind of go through, maybe go through why you want to do it, you know, and let that encouragement kind of help you to push through challenges and difficulties and obstacles. I think I'm going to do another video on obstacles, things that get in the way of building knives, and I think that's a good video for some folks. But for me, for now, today, this is why I make knives, and you know what I want? I want you to go out and have fun making a knife.